We here, people. We are here. The streets is very much alive and isn't going anywhere. I want to give a special shout outs to my man JyzalGamingTV for sending me the DLC of Streets of Rage 4. We will be playing some co-op on that. And I just want to say thanks, man. I saw the gift. Shout outs to Stone King X, first out the gate in the Xbox chat room. Shout outs to Six Slayer. Shout outs to Yoa's Tech, The New Legal, Di-RRec Gaming. We here. Thanks for all the support. If you like what we're about, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Smash that notification bell. Stay in tune with all the latest breaking news in these Xbox universe, people. Because tonight, tonight, I smell this sweet aroma. And it's the sweet aroma of hypocrisy. It's the sweet aroma of foolishness. It's the sweet aroma of you played yourself. It's the sweet aroma of donkey of the day.
Could be my fart.
It's the sweet aroma of bad carrots. It's the sweet aroma of Technoblast's farts. It's the sweet aroma of the Xbox community holding it tight, holding it together, but their fists tight, keeping that firm grip on the Xbox logo, knowing that the greatness is in our possession. I smell the sweetness of 4K 120. I smell the giant sweetness of Halo Infinite, the one they don't want to see. And with all the sweetness of the hatership, I welcome you tonight.
Oh, I love the hate.
All the hate, all the sorrows.
I welcome
all
it.
The hypocrisy.
I feed off it.
All the rhetoric.
I'm hungry for more hate.
All the blasphemy. I want all the smoke tonight. And we're bringing it because we have done our investigation. We wanted to bring the unfamiliar news to y'all tonight. Oh, yeah, the unfamiliar news. But unfortunately, news just kept breaking. So we just said, you know what? We'll just fulfill it all tonight. We'll put it all together. We'll put it all together. Six Slayer, how you feeling, man?
Oh, man, I'm feeling pretty good, man. How about yourself, man? I'm just here. I'm ready to, to discuss a couple of things. We did our homework, as always, and we came upon a couple things.
Shiz No Elite, my homie. Cicada, my homie. Jigga J, new up in here, man. Welcome. You home. You are exactly right. Stone King bomb first. Wow. Let's get Stone King started first, y'all. Let's start this open. When it comes to PlayStation 5, Houston, we have a problem. Can't spell PlayStation without an L. Well, you can. It will just be PlayStation. LOL. I love it. You know what? We're not the kind to come out here, run our mouths, make things console wars because we don't have to.
Come on, just a little bit.
Just a little bit, though. Yeah, just a little shade. It's like a little bit of salt to spice it up.
I don't have to. It's just personal feelings, man. I don't have to console war. Look, I'll say it right now. Look, I'll make people. You can say things that make people feel good. You can say things that don't, right? So Xbox is losing in console sales. All right, donkeys, you feel good about that. Xbox, the best console in the world. All right, donkeys, you feel bad about that. You see how this works? So
hey,
I'm really not.
Hey, new legal. You know what? Not to cut you off, but I will. I'm gonna say something I feel that's gonna set the tone, right? And frankly, I'm in that the Di-RRec podcast. Normally I'd be on there right now, but it's it's on hiatus right now until next week.
So this is why, you know, it's the perfect time for me to be on with you two. And I had just dropped, you know, that info about the Battlefield thing that we're gonna talk about a little later. And you know, K Mega's reaction was PlayStation 5 is a damn mess. And you know what? I think he hit the nail on the head.
Facts. I mean, listen, man. Listen. About to get this started.
I'm listening.
Man, let's get this started. They want to sit out here and act as if I know in your hearts you want to believe that it's a developer thing. And I know in your hearts you want to believe that what me and Tech said a year ago, and I love it, Tech. I love to keep saying this.
It's been more than a year now.
I don't think I've ever in gaming history been this accurate, man, like we were coming for this generation. And shout outs to X Divisions too. X Divisions was pure accurate too, bringing up the RDNA 2 stuff. I mean, just dead on it, all the way up, right? So we told y'all, and I have to keep saying it, but we told y'all, it's on Twitter. Y'all felt y'all wanted to ignore it. We got you.
Twitter. It's on Twitter.
It's on Twitter. We understand that you didn't want to admit to it. You know, it felt like we were console warring. But look at us now. Feels so good to be me. It does. Feels so good to be me. Because I told
blessed and highly favored.
Facts. I told y'all this console was going to fail you if it dropped. And everybody who wanted to pom-pom for it was going to fail you if they do. So here we are today. Your PlayStation community is playing it off. And then before I start the bombs, I just want to say this. Not all PlayStation fans are like y'all. And you know who I'm talking about when I say y'all. There's a very few of y'all who it has infected the PlayStation community because you're always on social media acting dumb. And you build your empire off of dissing Xbox, acting dumb. So you got a little clout about yourself being dumb.
But legal. Could you say we're doing the same thing by clowning on the PS5?
Wrong. Because you can call what I say clowning, but what I'm saying is true. I don't have to say it's garbage. It's proven that it's garbage.
It's
I don't have to say
it's
that.
making its own story, huh?
Yeah, you provide the evidence, you lead the conclusion to yourselves, and the conclusion is pretty obvious.
Facts. I don't have to say, I don't have to put up dumb posts. Not known for that. All right. That's not my merry-go-round, bro. My merry-go-round is putting out facts, which in tune makes feelings hurt, which in tune makes me a bad guy. That's
what's up, 100?
It's my
100. What up, homeboy?
Yeah.
What's up, Sakata?
Xbox for the win. Exactly.
Yeah. Earned.
That's right.
You know?
Now, please, Six, stop interrupting me. Look, straight up. Nah, man, I love y'all, man. Nah, you can interrupt me as much as you want, fams. You know what I'm saying? Look, for real.
Victory.
They wanna believe that what we said was a lie. They want to believe that what Bloomberg said was a lie, but here's the facts. I don't know how many months it's been, but we're going to count it tonight. December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. We're going into the 10th month. We're 9.5 months. When September hits, 10. So we and Tech got 2 more months. So when y'all going to give us credit that we didn't lie to y'all? We were telling y'all the truth all along. You guys played yourself. So in 2 more months, it's going to be a year. And I'm going to say this. PlayStation 5 has 2 more months to correct itself. And y'all really think that it's going to correct itself in 2 more months? Okay. I'll throw out some more carrots. Now, to the show. Okay? We're going to get to the show now. Tech made a video this week about the Abandoned. Okay, and we all knew that the Abandoned showcase was delayed due to technical issues. But really wasn't technical issues, people. Has anybody been studying? Has anybody been paying attention? Because I have. So was it really technical issues or was it a cover-up? I'm thinking it's a cover-up. And I got my reasons, and I'm going to address them. Then I'm going to hand the mic over. The abandoned developer Blue Box Game Studios announced on Tuesday that the app meant to showcase the new game has been experiencing technical difficulty. Because of this, the abandoned demo has been delayed. The developer has not yet followed up with a time frame pertaining to when these issues will be resolved, but has instead said that it will inform players once the problems are fixed. At that point, people may finally be able to get some answers about abandoned. The developer confirmed on Twitter the technical issues players had already been experiencing after players had troubles getting into the PlayStation 5 app launched for the game. I'm gonna stop right there. As much as y'all would love for that to be the case, right? Oh, we're gonna stop right there. Oh, you guys are always talking that mess. There's technical difficulties. You heard them right. All right, did we? Okay. So now here we go. I thought it was not that long ago, and it was all good just a week ago. It was all good. But I remember just a week ago, there was a game called Returnal that came out with all these bugs. I know everybody remember that game. You know, the one.
Which one?
The one that gave the donkeys the hardest time because it wasn't a walkthrough soap opera. Hold your hand. Make love to your characters in your dreams. What was it? Emotional movie cinematic thriller. Wasn't that game? Walking simulator. Y'all know. Same rinse, different sink type of game style for y'all. So it didn't sell well. You know, 560,000 on a good day worldwide.
God,
right?
I mean, that is sad.
That's sad, right? So
suck.
I remember that game. It had all the messiness going on in it. Now, let's read about it.
It's real
While
about
it's
it.
certainly not affecting everyone, a number of Returnal players are experiencing crashes while playing the game. This is something Housemarque had acknowledged, although it suggested that the PlayStation 5 is the problem. Wait a minute. Can we get a whistle? Can we get a sound effect tech? Although it suggested that the PlayStation 5 is the problem. So if it had been suggested, that means somebody said something, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And not necessarily the game. Writing on Discord, a spokesperson said that this is an issue with the platform. We've sent our report to Sony. We're done talking. The report had been sent to Sony. You don't send reports to anybody if you are the problem. You only send reports to somebody if there's a problem with them. A report has been sent to Sony. So it is official tissue that the problem was not Housemarque at all. The problem was the PlayStation 5's platform. The console is having technical difficulties because, like me and Tech said, the console is not ready for next gen. Conclusion, it's not a next gen console. No matter how bad you cheerlead for it, how many dreams you have, how many nightmares you're getting, it's not going to change that fact. We on Di-RRec Gaming speak facts. You cannot make that console a next generation console simply because you want to close your eyes and cover up your ears. Doesn't work that way. So now we know that a report has went out to Sony from a spokesperson through Housemarque to let them know that it's not our game. So all the issues that were happening for that game, on that game, was because of the console itself. Now let's fast forward. We got some stuff to talk about. Fast forward, and I see Tech with a video starring Six Slayer and Eli the Realist. And this one blew past me because I was busy that day. Didn't even know this had happened. Abandoned PlayStation 5 showcase gets delayed due to technical issues. Really? Ain't that funny how there's a paper trail going on? There's a paper trail going on, people.
Mr. Sound Cue.
Right, Sick. Not the first, Tech. Not the second, Sick. All right? We know, because I'm about to speak futuristic. We're just on the second issue, but there's another issue to our That's right. The abandoned developer at Blue Box Game Studio announced on Tuesday that the app meant to showcase the new game has been experiencing technical difficulties. So we know what it is. Blue Box is playing it good. They're playing it safe because they don't want no more negativity coming to the PlayStation 5. They're trying to get their game to come out on it, and they don't want to put that much attention to it. So they're trying
hold on a second. And another thing that nobody really caught on to is that Blue Box is handling this all by themselves.
Good point.
No backing from Sony whatsoever.
Oh, that was a point I was going to make later on. But to show you, I don't think that Sony is really involved in any manner about anything. And sneak peek about what I'm going to talk about when it's my turn.
Ooh, sneak peek. I like that.
Who's approving all of this stuff? Who certified things?
Good point, Tech. Good point, Sid. Good point, Tech. Knock that one out the park. No backup. So they're playing it safe. They're doing the cover up. They don't want to spill the beans, but we already got the beans spilled. The message was in aisle 7.
And I don't even like beans.
Got that. The Negro beans. The Negro beans. Let me put the Negro. Gotta let the tongue roll. Negro beans in aisle 7, right? So that cover up didn't go too well.
You hear that, ladies?
Hey, keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean.
So I don't want to speak on that because Tech took that one away. It's good deal.
I'm sorry. I'll back up. Man, I'll go back in my darkness of my cave here.
You took care of that. We don't even elaborate. If you want to hear more of that news, go to Tech's channel, Tech Knows, on YouTube, and watch that video. It's good. Now, since I was speaking futuristic, let's go for the third one. Today, to my surprise, right before we did the show, Six Slayer bombs me with this. I mean, just when you thought it couldn't get no worse, now we get this last and final hoorah. Battlefield 2042 PlayStation Tech test canceled. Well, we wonder why it got canceled. Well, let's look. Sites, critical issues identified. Critical. So let's read about this. While those on PC are already playing Battlefield 2042's tech test, it seems Xbox gamers will be the lone console who will be able to experience it before the beta begins, as the Battlefield 2042 PlayStation 5 tech test has been officially canceled. Those who were invited and managed to get in, you should be receiving an email like the one picture below. It mentions of a critical issue identified as the main cause of the Battlefield 2042 PlayStation 5 tech test cancellations. Check out the image in full sent over to the MP first. The PlayStation 5 problem, folks. It's not a console war. It's truth over feelings. You don't like what we say? I can't help that. The fact is, the PlayStation 5 is not next gen. It wasn't ready to be next gen. They're going to need to make a brand new console. And watch what I say come true. They're going to make a brand new console. But what I'm here to let you know is the brand new console isn't going to be that next generation either. It's not going to be that next generational console you're expecting. Because Microsoft owns the big deal with AMD to future-proof this movement. So regardless of whatever Sony does this generation, they're never going to be on top of Microsoft with innovation and future-proofing I just want to let y'all know that right now before y'all catch another feeling. Tech, Six Slayer, I'm done.
Well, I just want to double back on the 2 points you made about, these technical issues with these 2 examples I came by. And like I said, the PS5 is a damn mess. And, with these technical issues, okay, this whole abandoned thing is even worse because if you look back, I seen this image pasted all over the place where they show the history of this developer. This is not the first time they've had bad situations with a game that was supposedly in development. The Kickstarter failed, or the Kickstarter success, but they waste the money and the game gets canceled. But they already announced another project, and it's cycle, repeat. But they never actually released nothing, right? But so this is a situation where it's bad for Sony. But it could have easily happened to anybody else. It could have happened to Microsoft or Nintendo. Bad, right? But not really.
But it didn't.
But it didn't. And it couldn't have happened to Nintendo or Microsoft. You know why? Like I was alluding to before, who approved all this stuff? Who certified this stuff? As far as I understand it, to even watch that live stream that they were having, you had to have a PS5, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that means it had to go through the PSN network. Wouldn't Sony have to certify this? Approve this?
Yep.
They had to have people attached to this who knew what was going on to help them broadcast this. With whatever keys they need on whatever on their streaming system. So Sony would have had to approve this. So as much as this abandoned developer has a bad track record, Sony would have known all of this if they were doing their due diligence. It's my opinion, they left them hands off. They were totally hands off to do whatever they needed to do, however they felt, and Sony wasn't really involved in doing anything. That's why they never even knew that this developer was like this in the first place. And that's why this could have never happened to Microsoft and Nintendo. We know that Microsoft and particularly Nintendo, but we know this about Microsoft as well, that they want to know, they don't sign off on anything unless it meets their approval.
Yeah.
So this could have never happened to them. This could have only happened to Sony. And then we see once again but they claim technical issues. I believe that. And this Battlefield situation, this is like, Japan being hit by those 2 nukes, right? So first it's
just piling on and piling
it's Kojima. On. It's like, Japan, which is, very, very poetic since this is a Japanese company, right? So this is like World War II. They get hit with Hiroshima. Boom. This is this whole abandoned situation. And even before you could blink, boom, Nagasaki with this Battlefield 2042. And what's the thing that's relating the both of these things? They both claim technical issues. We've seen this with every major game except for Ratchet and Clank. That's the only one I can admit I haven't seen this on. SpiderMan, Demon's Souls, yes. Eternal. Now a beta for Battlefield, okay? All claiming technical issues all of a sudden. Having technical issues if the game is even released. It's a common thread. The PS5 is a damn mess, and I don't know how they can fix it unless they could start coming out with systems that work properly, because they don't even work as they intended, clearly. Not even what they promised as they at least intended. That's clear. I don't know why anybody should be buying a PS5 right now.
It's been a mess from the very beginning.
Yes, even before it was out.
Yes, before all these issues with these games that we have that have been announced now, it's been a mess since the beginning. I mean, it's no backward comp, no true RDNA 2, the smaller storage. You can let that slide. The expansion beta. That's the kicker there. That they're depending on the users, the fan base, to test out their expansion testing, which should be the responsibility of R&D at Sony.
They promised that even. They promised that they would have a certification list.
And Nothing. So now they're depending on the fan base to test out expansion, which is a joke, right? What else? Save backups on PS Plus. You need PS Plus. You don't need live on X. Just sad. It's just sad. Here's some more. I'm going off a list here. 1440p. Nothing. The Series S has it here. DualSense controller, and kind of gimmicky, but we heard all the stories about how it breaks easy because of the whatever features it has. Dolby and Vision, nothing, and no sort of backward booster, kind of like we got the FPS.
No DTS either to go with that
DTSX. Yeah. It's just been a mess. And on top of that, all these technical difficulties that they're having, technical issues that they're having lately, with all these games are supposed to be promising, and right now it's just not looking good for Sony at all. And it looks like they just rushed it. And I'm going to repeat what I said on Twitter earlier today. This is like right before we even got on. And I said, can we stop being nice? This is not just like a lot of people try to be nice about it, but it's time. And I'm going to say it right here. Can we stop being nice and call it like it truly is? The PS5 is absolutely not ready for current gen prime time. It's tech difficulties after tech difficulties. Yes, it's a shit system that's not ready for the general public. The beta storage alone should have told you that.
You suck.
So, I don't know, man. If I was a PS5 owner right now, I'll be pretty pissed. How things are going down. And, I think they just rushed it. I think Sony just rushed it.
So. Yeah.
And you can be in your feelings all you want about that. I mean,
yeah. I mean, you can feel.
You don't see Tech laughing when he said that. You don't see Tech clowning when he said that. It's a grown man over there.
No, I mean, you can feel what you want to feel about your PlayStation 5. You think it's the greatest. You can think that, but in reality, what it is, it's crap. It's a crap system that's not ready for public use because for the obvious reasons that I just listed earlier. It's just not ready. Nope.
Let me go down this list, man. I mean, I don't understand how people can sit up here and cap for something that, it's like I said, Sony came into a boxing match, right? They went into that ring knowing they were out of their weight class, man.
No. That's a bad example. I got a better one for you.
What?
Brother. I got a better one for you. This is like the Locks and Dipset.
Wow.
If you know.
Wow.
One came ready. The other one came to perform and got bodied. It wasn't even funny. Okay? And that's what happened. That's what's happening here. That's honestly mean that.
Look, man. The PlayStation 5, it comes with these. And we left some out because we just want to be generous, okay? We left some out because if we keep going, it'll be a long list. All right? So we wanted to keep it short. PlayStation 5, less powerful. No back compat. PlayStation 1 through PlayStation 3. No full RDNA 2. Smaller storage. No SSD expansion external drive until recently. No save backpack without PlayStation Plus. No 1440p support. Full sense battery lasts 2 hours. No Dolby Atmos or Vision. Expensive games, $79 plus. No Game Pass. No frames per second boost. No DTSX. Now here's the facts. No VRR. Are you sick? You know what? The fact that PlayStation 5 doesn't have VRR, that disqualified them right there for next gen. You're done. You didn't even come to the. If you was coming to play baseball, you didn't even approach to swing. You didn't even come to bat, dude.
It seems Sony doesn't know how to do VRR company wide because their TVs can't do it either. They're expensive ass TVs. That's more expensive than those LGs that, and they're only slightly better than, right? For all that extra money you pay, they don't have variable refresh at all. It's like company wide. Sony can't get VRR working at all. Ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, bro. How you gonna come with none of those things? Talking about next generation, like I used to say, why do we keep trying to put PlayStation 5 right next to Xboxes? When I used to say, why are they mentioning next gen, but they want to say PlayStation 5? Like it's just killing them that they know deep down it's not, but we're gonna just keep doing it. You know they don't do that no more. They don't do that no more. And I remember when they used to try to promote OLED TVs with the PlayStation 5. I'm like, what are they doing? Don't they know they look corny out here? Oh, I hooked my PlayStation 5 up on my OLED. Like I'll be like, why? Like you're not getting anything out of it.
Nope.
What are you doing that for? It's not gonna hype it up. It's not gonna make it run faster. It ain't gonna do nothing for it. Nothing for it. It's just about as funny as when they went and got the PlayStation 4 Pro, right? And went and got 4K TVs. Remember when they got 4K TVs? It was hilarious, dude. Hilarious. Like Sony can't. It's like your
PlayStation fans didn't even want the PlayStation 4 Pro.
Latency. You know, if we do one, if we give more to one, the other one goes down. If we give the other one that's down up, the other one goes down. It's like y'all can't get it equal. And that's the one thing Phil Spencer said, right? I don't want to compromise anymore between the GPU and CPU. Why not have it both? When you can do that with a computer, right? You can do that with a computer. You can adjust. So he was like, look, we don't want to be messing around with our consoles no more. We want to make great consoles so people can have great consoles experiences. And it is possible. And we're going to show the universe that we can do it. And Microsoft did it. Microsoft lived up to its hype. PlayStation didn't. That's just facts. That's just facts. One lived up to its hype. The other one didn't. I don't care how hard you want to cheerlead. You can cheerlead for this whole generation. The rest of this generation, that's not bothering me. Just understand when you're doing that, understand your role, know your position in this generation. It's not based off of sales. That ain't gonna make that PlayStation better just because it outsells Xbox. That don't make it better. Like, that's not gonna make it better. We know the kind of band-aiding y'all like to do. We know it. Anything to make y'all not hurt, you're down for it. But listen, man, this ain't that show. This ain't that show, man. We spit facts over here. And regardless of what Xbox and PlayStation does, right now, yeah, we had to wait. I'm right here telling y'all. Yeah, we had to wait. But damn, we're waiting for that big dinner. Like I said, we don't eat microwave games. Y'all do. Y'all getting the microwave food. We're getting the barbecue. That's slow cooking on the grill. Slow cooking. So when that bad boy gets ready, we're good to go. How are you ready when you don't even fit the qualification list? You gotta have some of this stuff. You at least gotta have 7 out of this stuff, man. You don't even have Dolby Atmos and Vision. Come on, man. Your TV has that stuff and you don't have it. Like, get out of here with that. You don't even have 1440p capabilities, man. You didn't even meet the bare minimum. Damn, Sony. Like, man, come on. Like, show your base that you're trying. I mean, y'all didn't even try. You played your base and you played yourself, Sony. Now look at you. You can't even make your console look good now. And me and Tex said that was gonna happen. Eventually, you're gonna hit that brick wall, like I said. Now you're hitting those brick walls. Every test, every demo you're trying to bring out is failing you. And it's the PlayStation. It ain't no technical difficulties of the devs. It's the brand. Because it's already been reported. It's already been reported. Ain't no cover up. Y'all, only cover up that's going on is some of you donkeys out there covering up your ears because you don't like facts. You like to stay in dreamland. Like Sandman. Sandman keeps knocking y'all out on Mike Tyson Punch Out, putting y'all in dreamland. And you out here looking like Little Mac, acting like you a champion when you're not. But even Little Mac understood to put on green gloves. He knew better than that. If he was going to win, he knew to put on those green gloves. what it is, man. It is what it is. You get mad because people call that PlayStation console out what it is. It is what it is. It's not a great console. It's garbage. That's not dissing it. That's stating the facts.
Yeah.
That's not dissing it. We're gamers. We've been calling out garbage consoles for over 3 decades.
Bro, you know something about this PS5? Yo, like, for real.
Facts.
My introduction to this whole
Facts.
YouTube world, right, was the day that Mark Cerny went up on the stage, quote unquote, right? Because, you know, especially in the middle of COVID back then, at the height back then, when he came up and he did his presentation on the PS5.
Was it?
Yeah, that was the first day I podcasted at all. In fact, I did 2 or 3 that first day. And so before, during, and after the presentation, I believe, right? And so I remember from then I've been saying that. So from day one, literally for me, I've been saying, I do not think the PS5 will be good to go compared to what the Xbox is bringing. From day one, that's what I've been saying. But on top of that, I also said I'm concerned with if it will even be worth buying the system day one because it's probably going to have problems with overheating. I said this day one, and as time went on, my words have been proving true over the facts that were presented. But never could I have imagined that it would have been this bad. Yo, let's think about console releases that had hiccups or outright bad where it destroyed its potential off launch, right? Let's go back in history step by step. The Xbox One. A lot of people say bad things like that was the worst Xbox launch ever. I could agree with that. But you know what? The Xboxes worked. They had games day one. That was the best Xbox launch ever in terms of software support. Not the 360 didn't have that level of support. It was good, but it wasn't as good as the Xbox One. The Xbox One had a wealth of games. The original Xbox, the 360, none of them, or even the series, okay, had the depth of breadth of software day one. The Xbox Ones worked, unlike the 360 with its red ring issues, right? And people remember the Xbox One as a bad time for Xbox, but a time that actually I think in hindsight was a good thing for Xbox because it brought us all the things we have now, right? But there's so many other systems, the Saturn, the 3DO, the Jaguar, many other systems from eras gone by that you knew pretty much early on that they were not gonna succeed. But the PS5 seems to be worse situation than almost all of them because it doesn't work. There's no software, and when the software does come out, it's slow to come out, costs more, then they have these technical issues. Or if it's a great game like Ratchet and Clank, it's forgotten by the next week because you're so thirsty for games, you don't have none.
Yo,
And yeah.
Yo, Sick, real quick. Power Stones, nice to meet you, man. Thank you for stopping in on Di-RRec Gaming. If you have been here, your name just wasn't familiar to me, so forgive me if you have. But if you haven't, welcome. And let's hear what he had to say. Right? Sold my PlayStation 5, didn't need it. Upcoming games are coming to PlayStation 4. Facts, common sense. Xbox, look, common sense, right? Doesn't have a 1440p upgrade. So what's the point? It ain't gonna value more to your expense on an OLED or something. What's the point? So I agree with him. We were saying this a long time ago. Why get a PlayStation 5 when them games are coming on PlayStation 4? Sony is not fooling anybody because they're mass audience on PlayStation 4. If they keep going, they're not going to make money on that PlayStation 5. It's not enough of them. So upcoming games are coming to PlayStation 4. Facts. Xbox Series has more upcoming next-gen only games. Facts. Flight Simulator, Starfield, and Stalker 2. Facts. PlayStation 4 is holding back PlayStation 5. PlayStation 5 needs a redesign.
Yep.
Everybody in the universe knows that. And you know what's funny? What tickles me is how everybody tries to play it off as pom-pomming for them. I've even heard somebody try to say, It's one of the most beautiful consoles I've ever seen. Look how beautiful it looks. That's when you know there's something. The mad cow disease is running rampant, bro. It's running rampant out here. That is the ugliest console ever created in 2000.
Highlight Red Dead's latest.
I'm getting to it. I see. God of War, Horizon 2, GT, PlayStation 4, probably next Spider-Man as well. He's on it. You know it. The God of War is beneficialized. We know that's PlayStation 4. Horizon 2, they don't want to give up people's hopes, right? Because that's their.
We know that too.
Yeah, that's their future, but we know it's going on PC. We know it is. They don't want to say it, but it's going there.
And so, Spider-Man, my day one PS5 game, if and when they ever fix it, that's my day one. But if it comes to PC, bro, don't let this. And a lot of people know my issues with the Switch and how I was waiting for the Switch Pro and all of that, right? Like, don't let that be a Switch Pro for me and me not buy a PS5 the whole generation, okay?
Listen, Sick, I'm not buying a PlayStation console. It makes no sense for me to. Bottom line.
If they were easy to find right now, I still wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it right now.
I'm going to stop all of that, right?
Yep.
There's not a game that Sony has made that compels me to play it as if I'm missing out on something when I'm not. We speak the truth here. If you played Uncharted, you played Horizon Zero Dawn. If you played Rise, Son of Rome, you played the new God of War. It's just what it is, man.
What's up,
if you play Ratchet and Clank, then you play Sunset Overdrive. It is what it is. Sony doesn't know how to bring you true new experiences. If you play Ghost of Tsushima, then you played Assassin's Creed, Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla. We know they copycat. That's what they do. And then they try to make you think that they reinvented the wheel. They ain't reinvent the wheel, bro. Miles Morales, any of those Spider-Man games are not revolutionary. What's sad is some of the old Spider-Man games are still better. The only difference, it looks good. And Sony played that little temporal injection crap to make the picture image quality stand out when you're looking in the center of it. But if you look outside the center of Spider-Man, there's nothing to brag about. And these are facts. These are facts, bro. I'm not making this up. This is facts. Miles Morales, a little bit of tweaking here, a little bit of tweaking there, and that's it. It's the same Spider-Man game. You're in the same game. You're in the same city, which is not really that bad of a jab. Because look, Spider-Man lives there, right? But you could at least. But here's the thing about that.
Oh no, hold on, though. They did do something, man. They put snow all over the place. It was better, right? It was wintertime now.
This is what I was gonna say, Tech. That's right. Here's what they could have done. They could have put an all seasonal in the game. With a real time, real time in it. They could have actually detailed the city a lot more so that you knew he was in Manhattan. But man, look at Statue of Liberty. Look at, you know what I'm saying? Just, but they didn't. That's the thing. They didn't
show off my city, man. Yeah, but they didn't do it.
And then on top of that, they lied. They want to make it seem like that wasn't a DLC.
Stupid.
They didn't have anything, man. They didn't have anything. So, okay, it's an expansion game. Okay, whatever, man. When are y'all gonna stop it, man? That's all I'm gonna say. When are y'all gonna stop it? Because I got one more. I got another bomb. When are y'all gonna stop it? Because right now, PlayStation isn't even in the top 30 list in Japan for the first time in history.
That's ridiculous.
You want to elaborate on that?
Nope. You don't? Okay. Then don't. You said no at the wrong time.
Nobody wants it. It's too big for their homes, man.
Speak on it.
It's too big. It's too big for their homes. I mean, they need a truck, and they don't own trucks over there.
Speak
to carry that thing and take it up, and then they need dollies to pull it up. And do they even have elevators over there? I don't think so, man. Right. Okay, dude, I'm going a little too far.
I know, but no, I mean, this is crazy. Look, man. But listen, told y'all, Sony sold out. They've been sold out. There was a report, I think 10 years ago, by Kotaku, when they used to make when they used to put out some good press. They told us 10 years ago.
When?
Sony was disappearing.
Hey, when were they doing this?
They did this like 10 years ago. They made
All right, hold on. I'm trying to do something here.
Oh, man, listen.
10 years ago.
10 years ago. 10 years ago. And damn, you know what, man? I can't deal with rain right now, man. I can't deal with rain right now, bro.
Pass me the rock, then. Pass me the rock. I got you.
Hold on, Sig. I have to gather my thoughts, man. This dude just killed me.
You really that messed up right now? Damn.
This dude said the PlayStation 5 looks like a damn first aid kit.
Wow.
I'm done with this fool. Look, bro, we can't deal with Rain G4 tonight, man. We're gonna ignore him tonight. I'm gonna ignore him. But look, they said it 10 years ago that Sony was looking like a ghost town in Japan. 10 years ago. All right. They were talking about how all their stores were being evacuated, how Samsung has taken over. It was a slow death there. Speed it up. All stores worldwide closed down. Sony's buying into their shares. It's crazy. Who buys?
And they moved PlayStation to America. They moved that whole department to America.
Yeah, they did, and they shut down their Sony stores.
Sure did. And
you know what? I actually like the Sony stores.
Yeah, they were pretty nice.
They're pretty nice.
The bigger, deeper issue with that. The Japanese government told Sony they're not bailing them out anymore.
You're not welcomed here anymore.
When
or like Poland might do to Cyberpunk. What's the Cyberpunk developer? CD Projekt Red. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a chance that could happen to them if they don't start making their money, but apparently they are now. So
they wasn't gonna bail them out anymore.
Yeah.
So look, you got to figure out what to do. Sony packed up and left. True story. That's true story that was in the articles, right? It was a lie. I'm just repeating what I read. Now, there's not a single PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4 game in the Japanese sales charts. After they cooned their whole entire island, wanted to go Western, like Bonanza or the Rifleman, they wanted to pull a cowboy stunt on their people, and they was like, okay, you want to put your clown faces on? You want to abandon our society? You want to act like you're better than us? All right, we'll show you what we're going to do. It's funny, right? Because I told these articles, these journalists on my Twitter, it's kind of funny this generation. Y'all ain't bumping y'all gums about Japanese sales. You remember last gen, all they would want to talk about is how Xbox wasn't selling in Japan and how PlayStation 4 was selling in Japan. They were lying to y'all. The report came out that PlayStation 4 didn't do so well in Japan. And then we get the report on the PlayStation 5 that it's the worst debut console for PlayStation of all time. It's the worst. The worst.
The worst.
The worst.
The worst.
So it's kind of like the general said way back in the day. PlayStation didn't sell that console. The media sold that console for Sony. The media told the blind goats out there and the donkeys out there that this was the greatest console in the world, in the universe. You got to have it. Exclusives.
All day, every day.
So, okay, I'll give you that. My only question to y'all now is, where's those exclusives at? Where's the power at? Where's the visuals at? You have none. Where are they at?
Nope. Oh, and here's the thing about all that.
The more you live in La La Land, the more you live in back compat land, the more L's you get.
Yeah.
Because isn't it that the Sony community was all about generations? Y'all live by generations. Remember that? All that good talk. All our games ain't coming to PC. You remember when y'all used to have those big guns?
Stupid.
Oh, and here's the thing about that now. They can't talk no more. And if they're ready to fix their mouth to talk about that, and watch how I transition to this one, bro, right? If you're ready to fix your mouth to talk about this, there's some new kids on the block
Okay, yo, shout out to Third Griggity. He mentioned this. There's some new Xbox. There's a new type of Xbox dudes on these streets out here, man. Okay, they're not afraid to talk. Okay, and they talk different than even myself. I feel a lot of people think, a lot of people tell me, oh, they like what I'm saying or whatever, or they're hearing what they think but don't hear in a lot of podcasts. And I'm going to tell you, number one, not really, not so much, but these new guys out here, JyzalGamingTV and so many others I could name. Help me out, Legal. With some of these names. Andrea. Oh my God. There's that one guy, Blue Nuhingo. I forget his name, but he's been around. He's been around for a long time.
My big brother, old school.
Old school, yes.
G.
Yep. Countless people, right?
Countless.
And you cannot come out nowadays and just run your mouth reckless. And if you do,
there's too many now.
There's too many, and they're all clowning you for the rest of the world to see. Because now, see, what it was last generation, people just accepted it that, okay, I guess PlayStation is winning. Because when the two systems were announced, when it was cheaper, slightly more powerful, all these things. Okay, we get why 1 won and 1 lost.
We know, right? 100. We know 100.
Absolutely. Oh my God.
100 ain't new. 100 ain't
not new. We talking about new people. We talking new people like yourself, Sensei, who's out here and not afraid to say the truth.
That's right.
Honestly.
Speak up, Sensei. Speak up.
They speak up. Indeed, they do. And so if you think you're gonna come out here and clown and say this crap, you can't. But see, last generation, we knew what it was, okay?
Right.
So, but it gave these clowns the backing to say ridiculous things, right? And nobody would check them. And after years of this crap,
say it loud for the people in the back.
After years of this crap, because there was no accountability, there was free reign to say whatever, and nobody was getting checked. Period. Nobody was getting checked in the ridiculous things they were saying. Like, even Sony themselves was getting into with the ridiculousness when they said, what was the ad what they used for God of War? PlayStation makes you a better father. Was that real? I've heard of this mentioned many times, right?
It's real.
It's real, isn't it? Okay, so I'm not bugging. Because every time I'm like, this has to be fake. Every time then they tell me it's real, I always have to question the next time. Because it don't sound right. Okay? But like, you cannot. So after years of saying all this crap and never getting checked, you guys think now that when everything is going wrong for you, you can just continue to speak like this. And let me let you know, there's new kids on the block who ain't having none of it. They didn't care before. They definitely don't care now. And especially now when the facts have their back. Even the press now, you see, is starting to transform, right? And it's not so much that they're siding with Xbox, in that they're just saying things truthfully now. When it's good for Sony, they say good things, like with Ratchet and Clank. Okay, we haven't seen no tech issues with that. Great game, highly rated, but forgotten in a week, though. Let's not forget that, too, right? But the press will also mention all the issues with all those other games. All those other games we mentioned before, like Returnal, right? And what have you, that have had issues, right? And this whole situation with Abandon. We know about that, but the press is speaking about that stuff honestly. And they're also speaking honestly about when the Xbox is doing good. Even Digital Foundry, one way or another. And watch how he says it. His Series S died, but it was something they were doing. So they took that opportunity to take it apart, right? And do a teardown and really see what's on the inside. And a couple of things was validated. And we'll get to the validation in a second, but let's first look at what the glowing praise he had for the system design. And it's facts. As a PC guy, and this is how he explained it. If a PC was built like this, when you take it apart and you look and you see it was built at this level of quality, that would be the peak. That would be what you would wanted and not expect to get. And then you open this, not expecting this at all in a console, and you see that. And then a couple of things about validation. Hey, that SSD, you can
just unscrew it, pop in a new one. Okay, we don't know right now. Tech did this most recently on a 1X, right? He replaced the hard drive and it was good to go. But there was a time where you had to do some special, the terminology we like to use is you bless the drive, whatever, software, whatever.
You had to clone it and do all sorts of stuff to it. Right. Now it's really simple. You just pop it in, do an update, and you're done.
Right. So the Series X and the Series S is that early point right now where you have to bless the drive and nobody knows how to do that just yet. But yet and still, you could take the system apart, get to that drive, replace it with the new one, put it back together. You can't do that with the PlayStation. All those chips are soldered on. That's validation because I've been talking about that. Others have been talking about that. That's repairability, that right to repair thing I mentioned before. That's very important. And it's important now when you see these PS5s dying left and right. Okay? That's more important than
they dying. They need your support, man. They gotta fix this stuff, man. Those poor little PS5s they're dropping like flies left and right, man. You gotta take care of these things.
And if you have a PS5 and it breaks and you have to deal with Sony to get a replacement, that's gonna be pretty tough. You don't want that to happen.
You're gonna be out 6 months or so.
Well, I don't know about how long it is, so I'm not gonna quote any time frames, but I know it's not a good thing. Can't be a good thing. And they say quality things about how the press is speaking positively about Xbox, but not because they're trying to, blow up or big up the Xbox in any particular way. It's just the facts are positive for Xbox. And for Sony, the facts are mostly negative. And if you've been paying attention, they were negative from the point when they revealed to you what was in the box. Like I said earlier, the first time any of y'all could hear my voice on this YouTube, I was talking about that. Not to pat myself in the back that I was right, but it's not about that. It's about the fact that I cannot be the only one who saw it, and I wasn't. A lot of people said it. And those people were ridiculed. And those people were said to be liars. And all these crazy people were out there. These PlayStation fanatics who come out there and you try to discredit them because they still thought they had the momentum to do so without getting checked. They thought they could speak with impunity. Something they've lost now. And they still think they could act that way. But hey, back then, those people were ridiculed. Now we see the facts come to light, and the facts are all negative. This abandoned situation, this Battlefield situation is just another day in the life, frankly. It used to be a weekly thing, right? The news cycle would be something good for Xbox, and then all of a sudden, the PlayStation fans would try to find a way to spin it, and then by the end of the week, we knew the real facts, and it was done. Now it's a daily occurrence. It used to be a weekly occurrence. Now it's a daily occurrence. Now multiple in a day. Just before the podcast, this Battlefield thing came to light.
Suck.
That's yo, the PlayStation 5 is a damn mess. I said in the beginning and close to the end, that's all I have else to say. The PlayStation 5 is a damn mess. And I wish it, but not like this. You got to fix it first. And I don't think that's going to happen for long. And if they don't do it quickly, soon enough, I won't be getting one at all this generation. It seems to be going that way.
Nah, you should wait towards the end of it, man. Get it on a bargain bin sale.
I don't know if that'll even be worth it at that point.
Hey, all the games will drop from $70 to $60. So
yeah, but all those used systems will be infected with roaches, man. Have you not seen that stuff online? You know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about my rear end on that one, folks.
Yeah.
You should know. Go look it up. So I don't want no used PlayStation ones either. And at the end of a generation, I don't want to spend good money on a fresh system at the end of a generation unless I was already invested in that system. This is a replacement or something. I'm not buying a new one first time at the end of a generation.
Hey, check out Red Dead. She's gonna watch Free Guy. She's gotta let us know. She needs to come on board here and give us a review of the movie.
Facts. I did want to see that movie. Yeah, but yeah, Tech, legal. PS5 is a damn mess. What you think?
It truly is. I mean, like I'll keep saying it. It seems like it was rushed from the very beginning. It's been proms after proms. Sure, you get lucky with a game or two here, like your Astrobot and your Ratchet and Clank. But I don't know. It's just I think it just is doom and gloom for me with that. That's what I think.
Legal, you there?
I think he went to go poo poo.
What? All of a sudden I hear a...
I'm here, man. I'm here. I'm listening. I'm talking to the chat, man. Y'all killing it. You're killing it, man.
Stupid.
Oh man,
I
but
don't think
yeah,
I have to say. Come on, man. You're making me repeat myself about it.
yeah. Frankly,
is
I
what
realized
it
I
is.
was in the
I
same
don't
thing,
wanna
so I had to
talk
stop
about it
speaking.
no more.
Yeah, but
It's not
one
ready,
other
bro.
thing-
It didn't. The weigh-in came, bro, and they disqualified them because they're not classified for this match, man. They're not classified for this match.
Oh, I got some news though.
Hmm?
That $160 expansion card that I bought online.
$160.
$160 that I bought online arrived today. And guess how long it took me to take it out of the box and put it on my Xbox
It
Series
took
S.
you a long time because of that tape. I know
Yeah.
that tape.
Mhm.
When you're
That
doing
tape,
an
that
unboxing,
tape
the
was
tape
yeah.
It's like vibranium and adamantium mixed together. So
Yeah.
I know you had a hard time getting
So
that tape.
yeah, I was at work, got the notification, it got delivered. So I took a little time off early today, and I was like, let me rush home. And sure enough, it was waiting in the mailbox. It's like, oh man, a brand new card from my other Xbox. Now I got 2 of the 1 terabytes. But the first one I think I paid $140, but that was after rewards. So I still kind of used some of my stuff, you know. And then
hold the press right here. This is my homie G-Man. G-Man in the building, fam. G-Man. Me and G-Man go way back on Xbox, man. It's good to see you, G-Man. Yo, what's good?
No screwdrivers required. Facts, Sensei.
I bought something.
What you buy? What you buy?
$69.99.
What you buy, rapper? What you buy?
$69.99. I'm not gonna tell you though, but I got it. Man. I stole it. I think it was an Amazon letdown, but I got it while it was $69.99 and got it. So I finished up my collection on that. I'm super hyped. We'll be doing an unboxing about that soon. I'm gonna do a massive unboxing. I think it's just
teaser.
Christmas in the summertime for Xbox unboxing on Di-RRec Gaming. You know what I'm saying?
So yes, sick. I got it for 166 shipped.
Nice.
And so if people want to know how I did that, you just gotta find resellers, man. I found it on OfferUp. Some guy in Arizona was selling it for $150. So after tax and $3 of shipping, $166. And I got it here and it was fine.
Cool.
And then I found another, like people were like, I posted that online and people were like, oh man, how'd you do $160? How did you get it? And I told them, I was like, look, this is where I went. And people were actually selling them for cheaper, right? Then I saw another person, she had 3 of them all for $150 each.
Wow. Bro.
So
bro, you know what that makes me realize? Soon enough, these things can be cheap, right? Super cheap. And here's the advantage of that. Obviously, they save money in your pocket. But
yeah,
remember, they're hot swappable.
They're hot swappable.
Hot swappable. All your games could be on the card, right? With the saves and everything, right? Just games, not the Xbox saves account or whatever like that. But the game saves could be there too, right? Because like when you download a game to a drive, like it'll group everything with that game together.
Oh, yeah.
So the game, the DLC, and the saves will be all together, right? So although it's also in the cloud, obviously, right? But because it's so hot swappable, now it's like a return to the days of cartridges. Like eventually, when these things are cheap enough, like you have your Halo cartridge with all your Halo games on it, right?
Yeah.
And when you're not playing those, take it out, plug in the next one.
Yeah.
You know one with all your Call of Duty games or whatever game and genre or however you do it. And that's the advantage that Xbox has over what Sony offers. Of course, the economies of scale eventually come into play to our advantage, and we'll get bigger drives. So we'll get bigger drives.
Yeah,
so eventually we'll get a 2 terabyte. That's the same price as what we're the MSRP of the 1 terabyte now. Eventually over time, but those 1 terabytes, dude. Imagine if in 3-4 years, a 1 terabyte is like $50.
Yeah.
$50 on, and then if it's a Christmas sale or some other time,
and then look,
they're
and
$39.99 for 1
if the
terabyte.
bigger options come out, say soon,
Yeah,
you know you're going to see sellers out there trying to get rid of their 1 terabyte so they can buy the 2 terabyte.
that's right. Even though
Yeah.
you shouldn't, don't ever sell. If you have one, don't ever sell it, because even if you get a 4 terabyte for $50 one day, a 1 terabyte is still useful if you want to put whatever game on. Because here's the thing, like I was saying, the drive inside the Series X and S, is a drive that could be replaceable and at least could be repaired one day. Why put extra wear and tear on the internal drive when you don't have to? I've mentioned this before. These SSDs, I mean, especially the modern ones, are more resilient to this than ever before.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not as much of an issue, but still, when you continually write to the drive, you're slowly killing it. That there's a life to these things.
It's true.
And so you'd rather have the external ones be your disposable crash test dummies than the internal one, which would be a pain in the ass to get replaced and fixed if and when it dies.
Yeah.
When you could just use the external ones as the disposable fodder. Like, frankly, like, that's the way you need to start to think about this. And that's the advantage that the Xbox has, because even though these drives, even for like the PC ones that the PlayStation supports, over time will drop in price too, obviously. But to get into it is a hassle. Even if it's simple. Yeah, it's true. It's simple. It's just a screwdriver and like 5 minutes at most, right? And even that little metal panel inside, it doesn't have to be on. You don't have to have that on. I don't think Linus Tech Tips had a drive that was too big. And you know what he did? He just didn't put that panel on. He just put the outside panel on. And it worked fine, right?
Yeah, true.
Right? Like, it's not hard, but it's a pain in the ass compared to swapping them hot swappable when these drives are cheap enough to do so.
Yeah,
and to start using them like cartridges again.
Yeah. And I've mentioned this before. I think I've said this before here on Twitter, because Twitter is what I go to. That's my biggest presence. Is that I don't like proprietary cards. I'll be the first one to tell you. I don't like it because you have no other use for it. However, it works. It has not failed, and it hasn't caused any issues.
Yep.
So we have what we have, but we know it works. We don't have to test it for Microsoft.
Yep.
We don't have to
and
guess.
They're cheaper.
We don't have
cheaper, and other manufacturers are going to be making them soon too.
Well, here's a bigger thing. We don't have to guess and go to the store. It's like, oh my God. So which expansion card will fit on my Xbox Series device? Oh, will it be this one? No. And that's what right now with the PlayStation 5, that's how it is. You got to be careful which one you get, because you get the wrong one, you're going to break your system. And whereas with the Xbox, I mean, it's like, you can't go wrong. You could be an expert in whatever tech is out here, or you could be the new guy, the mom and dad that's coming in and say, hey, I need an expansion card for the Xbox Series. Oh, okay, here you go, sir. And you're done. PlayStation 5, if you don't know your memories, and if you're not careful, like, oh, I want an expansion for my PlayStation 5. Okay, sir. Well, we have these 20 different SSDs. Which one would you like? Oh, crap.
All different names with crazy names like Rocket Red Plus.
Yes.
Like,
Yes. And so, the guy will look at you and say,
stupid.
And
Yep. and one more thing, I guarantee what's going to happen too is every drive manufacturer who makes a drive that could fit like an SSD, right? That fits, they're going to advertise that the SSD works with the PS5.
That just kind of came out of mind right when you were saying it. So you're going to have all these makers coming up with their own versions of SSD. This works for the PlayStation 5.
Confusing
when in reality, it may not.
Yep. And even if they tell you the truth and there's a litany of options, there's 50,000 options. You don't want 50,000 options. Maybe you want 10 or 20 because you want competition. I get that. You don't want there to be one, so it's just a high price. You get that. But when there's 50,000 and you're just average Joe, you're like, what the hell? You give up. This is why, the PlayStation has always had the ability to replace the hard drive, right? And all you ever needed was a screwdriver. But no, most people didn't do that.
Most regular people didn't do that. They would use the external drives.
When did we start tearing our consoles apart, people?
Yeah, most people just
when
didn't
did we
do
start doing that? That's an automatic L right there. You can't defend that. That makes no sense. We are console gamers.
That's right.
Our consoles come out already fixed and ready to go. You can't make Sony look good because Sony stepped into the ring without his boxing gloves.
Oh, no, we're not trying to make it look good. We're saying that even if there's a bunch of options, that's a good thing.
I'm saying in general.
Oh, okay.
Nobody can make this situation look good. It's pathetic.
Right.
You're taking a screwdriver to your console, opening it up for anything. It's an automatic L. Back in the day, the worst thing that could happen was your cartridge did not work. You took a cotton swab, you put it in alcohol, and you rubbed it across. You thought that was going to make a miraculous. It cleaned it up. Might have some dirt on it, whatever. We don't know. We just tried everything. We blew in the cartridge.
We blew on it. I didn't know about the alcohol thing till like 10 years ago, honestly.
Facts. We would use the alcohol and the Q-tips. We slam it down. We did everything. We used the pencil. Remember when you slam it down?
The eraser.
Right.
And when you put the pencil in there to stick. Yeah. Oh my God, the Nintendo, bro.
The eraser.
No, I did the whole thing where you push the cartridge in, but you let it rub the backside of the.
Oh yes, so when you push it in, right? Yeah,
that's right. Those were the days where we actually did something like that.
Yeah.
I remember the PlayStation 1. The flap wouldn't shut down, so you had some duct tape or some clear tape. And you taped it down. But we
the PS1 you had to flip it upside down.
Apart.
Yeah.
We wasn't mechanics. We didn't break our consoles apart and get electrocuted.
Now,
and nobody complained about it because everybody just dealt with it. Now everybody whines and complains about this stuff. So you really think a bunch of SSD options is good? Like for average Joe? No. Like when Sony finally supported external drives, when Sony finally supported external drives, which they were late to, by the way.
Yes, they were.
They were late with that. Once again, that's when PlayStation people started getting external drives or additional storage. Because before then, they didn't mess with opening up the system. Even though every PlayStation, except for the first one, always supported that, nobody did it because it was too much work for Joe Average. So what they would just do is erase stuff if they were low on space. This external hard drive thing is new to them. That's what they would do instead. An SSD slot? Hell no. That's not console. That's not console simple. Consoles have to be simple. It has to be, it's got to have a high WAF. And what's a WAF? Wife acceptance factor. Because legal. You cannot buy a new TV in the house that's too complicated for your girl to use because that's a problem.
It's like WAF. What's
wife
WAF?
acceptance factor? That's a real
something.
Wife acceptance factor. That's a real thing. You cannot buy something in the house like a TV or something, and your wife or your girl or whatever can't use it simply because
that's why you gotta have the Netflix button on the remote control.
The Netflix button. That's why they have these on remotes to keep it simple. To keep it simple,
honey, how do I get
you don't want to right? You don't want to hear none of that.
TV.
You don't want to hear none of that problem.
Maybe just touch the button on the remote control. It says Netflix.
Yep, that's what you want. And that's what Xbox did. It's a simple thing. You plug it in. With Sony, it's a mess, and it's not even really that hard in actuality, but it's bad enough.
There's no wrong hole to put it in, guys. There's no wrong hole.
Nope.
Yeah, they seem not to know the market that they're in, apparently.
Yeah.
Like my famous words say, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, man. I
hey,
thank
man.
everybody out there for the comedy. Thank everybody out there for your buckets of tears. Thank everybody out there for your emotional outbursts. Thank everybody out there for your silly posts, your ridiculous comments, and your theories of how great and wonderful this console is to you. We know you're pushing it hard. We just want to make sure don't catch a nervous breakdown over this stuff. Don't lose your minds like that idiot did the other day, talking about wait on the 12th. Oh,
Oh,
thanks for saying.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, and look, now he's gone. That's your dudes. That's your kind of dudes out there,
that
PlayStation
dude,
fans.
That's
that,
your
that
homie.
didn't.
That's your
That's
homie.
your dudes out there. Then he comes back. I'm just depressed. I'm gonna get off of Twitter for a while. Yeah, that was probably your best thing to do. A lot of y'all just need to get off Twitter for a long time because you're playing yourselves. Y'all out here tricking yourselves for social media. Like I've been saying, be yourself. You ain't gotta switch up. Be yourself. Be yourselves. Stop trying to act like a different character because you're on social media because we can't see you. Some of y'all are probably
I see you. I
the
got
lamest
eyes
out there
everywhere.
typing all these tough words on your keyboard. But on a real day, you're not carrying a pitchfork to a balloon fight. Like, stop it.
Here, guys.
Stop it. You know what I'm saying? This is gaming, people. There's no need to be fake over gaming. Either you gaming or you're not. That's all it comes down to. Either you're gaming or you're not. You don't have to sit up here and pretend to be something you're not. This is nothing to get depressed over. This is nothing to have a bad day over. This is gaming. So what he proved, he's not having fun on his PlayStation console. That's what he proved to me. Think about that. I'm depressed. What you depressed for? You say you got the #1 selling console in the world. You got all the best exclusives, right? What are you depressed about?
Why you so sad, boy?
Why you mad, bro? Why
See what
you
I'm
mad?
saying? You see what I'm saying? It's not making sense. Why are you mad? Come on, y'all supposed to be showing everybody how to have fun, right? FOH.
Thank you.
FOH.
Thank
And with that, we getting up out of here. I got things to do.
you. Mm-hmm.
People to see.
Yes.
Money to make.
Everybody put your hands in the air.
Man, I gotta hit these streets. Tech, I gotta hit these streets, man.
Man, hit him up. Hit him up, man. I've already hit them
I'm going down
in my area.
I'm going down 360, Highway 20. I'm getting on Highway 20.
I got a whole construction crew redoing my streets, man, because I destroyed everybody and we left damage on those tunnels.
Well.
Yo, Sick.
Not.
Let them know where they can find you at, sir.
You can find me on Twitter as always, Six Slayer, and you can find me on the Dragons Den podcast tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. We got a special guest. Don't line up with the addition of the special guest. It's a surprise.
I know who it is. I ain't saying nothing.
Oh, you do, don't you? You do,
Man, I don't know. This is all a surprise to me.
Oh, but I mean, this is a brother. It's the person who's a part of the community who's been speaking the truth as well. And so, so come check us out tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern, 108 Dragons TV right here on YouTube. Come check us out. And next week, GRG should be back on Friday at around 8:30. I'm sorry, 9 p.m. Eastern, as always.
What, are you guys taking a break or something?
Yeah, we had a little hiatus, but we'll be back next week. And as always, you can find me on Twitter, Six Slayer. Just holler at me. I play everything, man, except for Nintendo and apparently the PS5 for now. But otherwise, I play everything, bro. So come holler at me. I'm trying to get to 500 subs on Twitter. I'm like 480 or something right now, so I'm pretty close. I'm trying to get to 500, so help me get over that hump. And I'll check y'all later.
Tech and the one that knows, Tech always knows. Tech knows. Let them know they
Yo,
can
what's
find you,
up,
brother.
everybody? This is Techno. You can find me in downtown Dallas if you really want to battle with me and talk about more PlayStation crap. And I'm always on Twitter at Technoblast. You can find me there, and you'll see me talking shit all the time. So have fun with that. And if I ignored you, it's because there's a reason for it. I'm too busy. And that's it.
Stupid.
Yo, it's the new legal. Shout outs to the super chat room, man. Y'all went from chat room to super chat room. Y'all beautiful out here. Shouts to my man Stone Cold X, one of the original Di-RRec Gaming members, man. I wanted to spoil him out today, call him out. Yeah, Stone Cold X was on Di-RRec Gaming doing his thing way back in the days, man. Yo, shout out to the General, shout out to Rogue Enigma, shout out to who else?
Red
man?
Dead. Red Dead.
What's my boy's name? Johnny Lee. Straight out of the street. Shout out to my man Ziggy Stardust, man. Shout out to Ziggy Stardust, way out there in Minnesota. Look, man, shout out to Bubbles Knight, my little homie in Canada. And by the way, we speaking of Canada, shout out to Afterballs. Shout out to Red Dead Panda and Jeremy Merchant, way across the
Merchant.
They're in Saturday right now. We Friday, man. They Saturday right now.
We got future people in the house.
Jeremy Merchant out there in Australia and Red Dead Panda out there.
He's all hunting kangaroos and stuff.
Facts.
And razorbacks.
Facts. He's out there with the Aborigines. He's out there doing his thing.
He's at Wolf Creek right now, probably camping out.
Facts. Shouts to them. Shout outs to all those. Shizno Elite. Yo, Jerry Holbrook. Shouts to Sensei Thoughts, man.
Facts.
Goodbye.
Check him out Sunday, his podcast at 5 p.m. Eastern.
With Logic.
Shout outs to Great Megaphone 5. Shouts to Jigga J. Yo, shouts to J-Rock.
I got a big shout out. A big shout out to all the PlayStation 5 fans out there, man. You're fighting a good fight out there, but
you're taking L's.
You're taking L's, man. That's it. I mean, just take.
I got a shout out.
Take him with grace, man. Just you know.
Yeah, you'll learn from it. Yeah, hey, look what happened for Xbox, man.
Yeah.
Look how great
we are. The only difference is they don't like to tell Sony when they're wrong. They have too much emotional tie to them.
Yeah.
Yo, shouts to Fugly.
Oh,
Fugly in the building. You know
I got a special shout out to my boy 100. Man, 100 in the Xbox Has No Games podcast Saturday nights. The dope.
Shouts out to the Geek Squad. That's right.
Come on, man. Yes. Shouts to 100. Shouts to Cicada.
Shout out to 7-Eleven.
Shout outs to David VGS. Yo, shout outs to Power Stones, man. Power Stones came in here with the Power Stones.
Shout out to Offer Up for giving me a great deal on the expansion card.
Facts. Yo, shouts to everybody out there, man, that makes Di-RRec Gaming what it is. We have fun out here. And we're going to keep doing it because we keep having fun. We would do this regardless if we had this platform or not. This is just what we do, man. We're just passionate. We love to talk gaming, and we love to see y'all out here addressing gaming along with us. I can't say more than what I've already appreciate you guys doing. There's no words that can define it. It's just a beautiful thing, man. Shout out to the Xbox community and the real gamers out there that keep Di-RRec Gaming up high, man. We really appreciate it. Me and Tech really appreciate it, man. Six Slayer, Techno Blast. I'm out of here, man. It's the new legal. Represent Di-RRec Gaming, people. Remind you to please subscribe and hit that notification bell. Smash that like button. Drop an elbow. Do a Max Streets of Rage
from the top turnbuckle and smash it.
All right.
Elbow drop.
Destroy your keyboard and your desktop when you do it. Chop it down. And remember, keep it gaming, y'all. Always keep it gaming. Have fun gaming. Keep it gaming. Chase the one up in life. And we'll see you soon. Peace. And we up out of here till next time, y'all. We are out.